losing a game or drawing or whatever, the game is much different in the tactical world because it could be a matter of life or death. So the seriousness of becoming an athlete intensifies. So I consider them as an athlete because there is such a huge need to be athletic and to increase performance all the time, because it could cost you or one of your teams dearly, not a loss of points or a loss of pride, but life. So that's why I consider them as a tactical athlete. And that's why I run with performance on that. And that's my niche now. I get all sorts of people coming to me about, aesthetics and I want to go on stage or I want to do something. That's not my bag. I'm performance related in a tactical setting only. Majority of which started off was UKSF. I was doing a lot of work for them, trying to get the boys over the hills, and we go back to the same analogy as what you used earlier. It was like people going on there. It was like, I'm the fittest, I'm the fastest. And I'm just like, that's great. You're going to win the first test. Then what? What are you going to do for the remainder of the weeks? Because if you come off, the likelihood of you, which is high, because that's what the percentages show us, then you've got 100% less chance of passing if you stayed on. So let's sort of, if we have to decrease performance, but increase durability, then I'm giving you 100% more chance of passing, because you're going to last the course. So first and foremost, what we need to do on anything, whether that's going for specialist unit in Australia or, one of the sniper carders that one of my lads on in Australian police, the first and foremost, I need to ensure that you stay on that course. We need to build that foundation. So what I do is I test them, and they might be ready for that all now. The foundation might already be set. Yep. For a serious test, I'll go, happy with that. We're going to now grow. We're going to increase performance. So we're not just turning up and passing, we're turning up and winning. So the first and foremost, I need to make sure you turn up and last the course, and let the commander at the other end, whoever's directing the course, make the decision on you. If we can do that, I'm in a good place. Secondly, I'm going to make sure that you can finish. I'll pass. So the director of the course now thinks you're good enough. Then that's not good enough for me. Now what I want you to do is I want you to turn up and I want you to just destroy the field. I want you to be the best on that course. But we've got to go through that pathway first. First and foremost, if we run out of time, worst case scenario, you go into the last of the course. Then it's up to you to pull it out of the bag. But I need you to stay on. I can't afford you to get injured, because otherwise there's no point in being the best. There's no point in being the first over that first test if you can't last for the 10 tests. There's 0 point. So that's one of my niches now in the world, is I coach tactical athletes on a one-to-one basis, online, all over the world. And I absolutely love it. The more crazy the course is, people come up to me from like Belgium SF, and I'm like, what does that involve? So that now means I go and do needs analysis on the person and the course, and I try and bridge the two together. Really simple. I go, right, what do we need to do in order to pass Belgium SF? I go, right, you need this, and this. You're here. You need to be there. Here's what we're going to do. And we run with it. And I absolutely love it. And the more crazy, the better. So anyone who comes at me with all sorts of random shit like that, I'm like, let's do it. I'm in.
And I guess it's fairly fascinating, right? To see the difference between, because everybody will employ different methods and modalities, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and that from me as well. So every single person I coach, I have to create a different pathway. So I do not have a generic program that's going to make you a tactical athlete. Everyone always gets me saying, can you send me your UKSF program? Or have you got a program for the Marines? And I'm like, well, I've got a program for you. And that might entail you go and join the Marines, but it's going to be individual to you. I don't know you. I don't know what makes you tick. I don't know what your level of performance is now. I understand what the level of performance is to be a Marine, but I need to understand you in order to create a pathway. There isn't a generic program that I have that you just happen to fall in line with. Because that might, I talk about it all the time about, you see these celebrities putting out a program and 100,000 people buys them. And then what they do is they go and show you 10 pictures of people who've done really well and sell another 100,000. And then what happens is those 10 people have fell in line. They biologically just so happen to fall in line with that program, and it worked for them. But everyone's forgetting the 99,000 people over here who didn't, because they biologically just didn't fall in line with it. And I'm like, I'm not okay with that. People pay. That's why I don't take so many people on. I haven't sold myself out in a generalized, generic program whereby I can take 1 million people on. I take a handful of people on and I ensure I get them to pass. And what you don't see, and what you'll never see is, Transformational Tuesday where I'm, putting on posts saying, look, I've got someone from A to B, because I've got this thing, and I don't discuss it very openly, but it's about being the secret athlete with the secret coach. We turn up and we win. No one needs to know about the underneath or what happened or how we did it. They'll know when we win. Let's run with that. No one needs to know. This isn't about anyone else, not external. This is all internal between me and the athlete I'm talking now. It's between me and you. We'll run in it. We'll win everything, and we'll laugh about it later. No one needs to know that hard work. I absolutely love that. And I love that mantra. And I think that people buy into that more. What I hate more than anything in this world is when you're in the gym and that PT is taking pictures of someone with a shit training age doing a shitty technique on a shitty exercise that has got no relationship to what their goal is. And they're taking pictures or video and I'm asking questions. I'm like, look at your athlete, look at your client. They're in absolute disarray. Go and talk to them and help them. What they're trying to do is market for the next. And I get it's about putting food on the table. I am fully on board with that. But that's just not me.